Ever wondered if swallowing gum really takes 7 years to digest? Welcome to our journey of debunking scientific myths. We'll be diving into some common misconceptions about health and the human body, food and nutrition, and even science and technology. From the myth that shaving makes your hair grow back thicker and darker, to the belief that sugar causes hyperactivity in children, and the idea that cell phone radio waves cause cancer. Stay tuned as we unravel these myths and present the scientific facts. Let's dive into some of the most common health and body-related myths we've all heard. First on the list is the belief that swallowing gum takes years to digest. It's a myth that's been stuck around longer than the gum itself. In reality, while it's true that our bodies can't fully break down the synthetic components of chewing gum, it doesn't mean that it stays in your stomach for 7 years. Instead, the undigested parts move through your digestive system and are expelled in the same way as any other waste. Next, we tackle the idea that you can sweat out a fever. This is a classic tale that has led many to pile on blankets or work out in an attempt to hasten recovery. But here's the truth. Fever is our body's defense against infections, regulated by a part of the brain called the hypothalamus. Sweating is a natural part of the cooling process when our body temperature rises, but it doesn't cure the fever. Instead, hydration and rest are the best remedies to help your body recover. Finally, we slice through the myth that shaving makes hair grow back thicker and darker. This misconception probably arises because shaved hair feels coarser. When you shave, you're cutting the hair at its thickest point, giving it a blunt tip which can feel rougher. But the truth is, shaving does not affect the color, thickness, or growth rate of your hair. These factors are determined by genetics and hormones, not your razor. So, as we've seen, it's always important to question and research before believing in such myths. It's easy to accept these misconceptions, especially when they've been passed down from generation to generation. But remember, just because something is widely believed doesn't make it scientifically accurate. Always look for evidence, ask questions, and keep that scientific curiosity alive. Now let's move on to some food and nutrition myths that many of us have probably believed in. Our first food myth is the age-old tale that sugar causes hyperactivity in children. Many a parent has blamed their child's energetic antics on a sugar high. But is there any scientific truth to this claim? The answer, according to numerous scientific studies, is a resounding no. The idea of sugar-induced hyperactivity is likely a result of confirmation bias, where we tend to see what we expect to see. If we expect children to be hyperactive after consuming sugar, we're more likely to notice when they are. In truth, sugar doesn't have a direct impact on a child's energy levels, which are influenced by a multitude of factors including sleep, diet, and environment. Next up, we have the myth that consuming eggs raises cholesterol and is harmful to your health. Eggs do contain cholesterol, yes, but it's important to understand that not all cholesterol is created equal. There are two main types, low-density lipoprotein or LDL, which is often referred to as bad cholesterol, and high-density lipoprotein or HDL, known as good cholesterol. The cholesterol found in eggs is dietary cholesterol, which doesn't have the same effect on our blood cholesterol levels as the cholesterol produced by our bodies. Moreover, moderate egg consumption can be part of a balanced diet and is not directly linked to increased heart disease risk. However, as with all foods, moderation is key. Eggs are a great source of protein and essential nutrients, but they should be consumed as part of a varied and balanced diet. It's also worth noting that how you cook your eggs and what you eat with them can impact your health more than the eggs themselves. For instance, frying eggs in butter and serving them with bacon is a far cry from having a boiled egg with a side of spinach. So it's clear that not all widely accepted beliefs about food and nutrition are true. And as always, it's important to remember that everyone's body is unique and what works for one person might not work for another. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet or lifestyle. Lastly, let's debunk some myths related to science and technology. We've all heard the fear-inducing claim that cell phone radio waves cause cancer, but hold on to your smartphones, because this is largely a myth. The World Health Organization has classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields, like those produced by cell phones, as possibly carcinogenic to humans. However, this classification is based on limited evidence from human studies and insufficient evidence from animal studies. In fact, the most extensive study to date, conducted by the National Toxicology Program, found no clear evidence that exposure to cell phone radio waves increases the risk of cancer. While it's always wise to use technology responsibly, there's no need to fear your phone. Now let's take a trip to the stars and debunk a lunar myth. Many people believe that the side of the moon we never see is always dark. But in truth, the moon is a bit of a show-off. It rotates on its axis in the same amount of time it takes to orbit the Earth, a phenomenon known as synchronous rotation. This means that from our perspective on Earth, we always see the same side of the moon. However, the so-called dark side isn't perpetually shrouded in shadow. It receives just as much sunlight as the side we see. The term dark is more about mystery than light levels. It refers to the fact that, until the advent of satellite technology, this side of the moon was unseen and unknown to us. These examples show how easy it is to misunderstand scientific facts and believe in myths. But remember, science is a process of discovery, and it's always evolving. So keep asking questions, keep seeking answers, and most importantly, keep challenging the myths that cloud our understanding of the world. We've debunked quite a few scientific myths today, from the digestion of swallowed gum to our body's fever regulation. We've untangled the truth about sugar's impact on hyperactivity and the role of eggs in cholesterol levels. We even ventured into the realm of technology, addressing cell phone radio waves and the moon's mysterious far side. Each myth, a reminder of the importance of scientific literacy. Remember, always question, always research. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends.